I didn't want to be at that party. The moment I stepped into the lavish hotel ballroom, I felt like an outsider. The air buzzed with laughter, the clinking of champagne glasses, and the easy confidence of people who belonged here. My wife Emily belonged here. I didn't. I tugged at the collar of my dress shirt, scanning the room for her. She was across the room, standing close, too close to him. Kevin. Tall, self-assured, the kind of guy who walked into a room like he owned it. The kind of guy who 6 months ago I caught sending my wife flirtatious messages at midnight. The kind of guy she swore meant nothing. And yet, here we were. Emily laughed at something he said, resting a hand lightly on his forearm. I clenched my jaw. I wanted to walk out, but I told myself I wouldn't give them that satisfaction. So I grabbed a drink from a passing waiter and willed myself to blend into the background. It didn't last long. Hey everyone. Kevin's voice rang out loud and confident, cutting through the chatter. People turned. Conversations paused. He was grinning at me. We have a special guest tonight, Emily's husband. Man, I gotta say, it's so nice to finally meet the guy she used to talk about all the time. There was a murmur of laughter. My stomach twisted. She used to say you were the love of her life, man. He smirked, lifting his glass. Guess that changed, huh? A few gasps. More laughter. Emily stiffened beside him, eyes darting around, but she didn't say a word. I forced a tight smile. Funny. I don't remember you being in our marriage. That got a few chuckles. Kevin's grin faltered, but only for a second. Hey, don't take it personally, he said, stepping closer. It happens. Some people just upgrade. His meaning was clear. More laughter, nervous now. A few coworkers awkwardly glanced away. I should have left. Should have turned on my heel and walked out of that godforsaken ballroom. But something in me snapped. Before I could respond, though, another voice cut in. Lo come. Amused Kevin. The room went still. An older man, in a crisp navy suit, Kevin's boss, the CEO, stood nearby swirling the whiskey in his glass. His expression was unreadable, but there was a glint of something behind his eyes. Something Kevin didn't like. I think the CEO continued smirking. This might be a good time to talk about your termination notice. A beat of silence. Kevin blinked. Then laughed too loudly. Aha, good one, sir. The CEO sipped his drink. Who said I was joking? Kevin's face drained of color. The room shifted, whispers rippling through the crowd. Kevin stammered. I don't. Turns out HR has a very different view of your extracurricular activities. The CEO's voice was almost bored, but his words cut through Kevin like a knife. Harassment claims. Multiple. You've been under investigation for weeks. Kevin swallowed hard. Sir, You were going to find out Monday. The CEO set his drink down on the nearest table. But after tonight, I think we'll just make it official now. The silence was suffocating. Kevin opened his mouth, but no words came out. Then someone clapped. It was slow. Deliberate. It took me a second to realize it was me. Kevin's eyes snapped to mine, filled with rage, but he was powerless. I leaned in slightly. Guess some people just downgrade. For the first time that night, Kevin had nothing to say. The party moved on around us. People avoided Kevin like he was radioactive, whispering behind their hands. Emily looked like she wanted to disappear. I should have felt victorious. Should have felt some kind of justice. But I didn't. Because as much as I hated Kevin, as much as I wanted to see him fall, he wasn't the only one who had betrayed me. Emily reached for my arm. Daniel, I stepped back. Save it, my voice was steady. Quiet. Final. Her eyes filled with something like regret. Or maybe just fear, not of losing me, but of what it would mean for her if I left. And I was leaving. I walked out of that ballroom into the cold night air, lungs filling with something I hadn't felt in months. Freedom. Kevin lost his job that night. Emily lost me, and I got myself back.